There's a lot of things that I have been thinking about, a lot of things I've been going through. And one of the things I've been really not wrestling with, kind of appreciating is understanding what it means to wait. And there's a song that says, I don't want to wait in vain. And while that may feel true at times, I've learned over the course of the last 6 to 9 months, almost a year now actually, in some cases, the importance of not only having faith, but the importance of walking in that faith. Now, I say that because when you've been taught as a child and as you go through your own lives, I tend to take all the stories I had been told and all the experiences I've been told and made them mine. And I always used them as defenses to understand what I was going through. The reality was that I never ever really allowed myself to look at my life lessons, my life experiences, and apply those theories, for lack of better terms, to them. What happens when you do that is you grow. A lot of development comes from you actually saying, oh, I've applied this practice to this theory. And it's interesting when I look back on how much I have actually learned by just waiting. I'm a very impatient person. And when you sit down and you wait for a job and you wait for someone else to tell you when you're good enough to be promoted, it becomes very, very challenging, debilitating, and scary. So when you find the time to really understand that you are in control of your destiny, a few things can happen. You can train really hard to become better and prove that you're worth the promotion, or you can promote yourself and become your best boss. I've been trying to do that for quite some time, and I won't lie, it's very, very challenging. So I salute all of the entrepreneurs out there. I salute all of the small business owners out there. I salute all of the independent leaders out there that are doing great things for themselves, for those that love them and rely and depend upon them, and those lives that they are changing. I salute you 150%. I also know that when it's time to actually take time for yourself, it is important. And sometimes doing that, we feel guilty because we don't know when the next check is coming in. We don't know if the growth and success and progress that we anticipate or we have seen will happen without us. As I mentioned the other day, sometimes you just gotta stop and be present. You are no good if you are not around, right? So I know that when I talk about waiting, it was something that I was saying, like, I'm waiting, good things are gonna come. I'm waiting, I believe good things are gonna come. But I never really believed it in my core. I believed it, but I kept doing other things to make sure that the hole that was getting bigger and bigger wouldn't suck me in. So if I had greater debt, I had a job I wasn't getting hired for, I was getting rejected nonstop from employment, relationships were becoming a challenge. Every time I wanted to make sure that it was going to be a natural progression, I stepped in and made it an unnatural progression. So sometimes waiting can really be tough. Sometimes waiting can be a very, very difficult time and place to be in. But also, waiting can allow you and create for you a sense of peace and clarity that at one point you may not have known existed. When you sit down and allow yourself to just go through this period of time where peace just totally engulfs you, you realize that you're just living and being and allowing the things that are beyond your control to step into your life that you've seen but have yet to walk into. I wish you much success, and if you're waiting like I am, wait with faith. I'll talk to you soon.